Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. Now, I don't know if you're ready for this, but I know that I must do it. And I thought there might be some interest among you to see how I intend to sort, resort, refile some of the ephemera pieces I've created over the last many years into something that makes a bit more sense. Now, the reason for doing this now is that I'm finding that because of the Happy Mail movement, I want to include, some ready-made items. I always include something I've made with orders that I'm filling, whether it's Etsy or elsewhere. And elsewhere these days can mean my coffee shop, and it can mean the maker's market. And I won't, turn this into a whole thing about that, but I will say that all that information and those links are in the description box of every video. And finally, today I got my what is the YouTube approved way of saying it? My poop in a group, and listed the $5 off. It's not a coupon, but the code for $5 off for a first order placed through the Maker's Market. So now you can watch for that link as well. So these are acrylic storage boxes. I think they're intended for the fridge maybe. And it seems to me I bought this set at Costco, 4 pieces. Maybe I bought 2 sets. I don't know. Who knows? Buy them wherever you find them if you think that transparency is going to help you. Now, I have some little sort of dangly things that I've attached to the handholds. But of course, I have more than these 4. I have a couple more here on my little pull-out thing on my desk. Have a couple more on the floor. I have something like so. And I also have one whole drawer in what could essentially be 6 or 8 drawer dresser, which was a store fixture back in the 30s. Anyway, let us begin. So when I was thinking about this, and the other reason I want to know what I have is because perhaps I have a whole bunch of stuff done that would just easily slip into some of the projects that I'm working on. The blush journal, the purple journal, and assorted other things. So I think this could be a bit of a dog's breakfast. I will restrain myself from talking about every single piece. I would just say that if you see me handling something and think, hey, I'd like to know how to do that, or it's time for a refresher on that, then by all means, just put that idea in the comments and I will do my best to accommodate you. So, okay, this tag, I don't know if you can see it, says miscellaneous page decorations ready to use. So maybe that could be the starting point. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'll dump that first to make sure that the things that are in there are in fact ready to use. And we will see, whoopsie, little casualty here. And I guess that's the other thing, when things don't get used in a timely way, they risk getting damaged. Okay. So, ready to use means pick it up and use it. So I'm going to put all of these, I would say, like they do have a little dimension to them because I had these stickers that have the, you know, the little doohickey thing underneath. And I thought, let me use them. So are these journal toppers? More than likely, because, and again, you're not probably going to see my hands at every time, at every moment, but understand that I've got a lot of stuff to handle here. So while I'm at it, I'll do a color grouping as well. I obviously did this in teal or turquoise and pink. Now these are probably a bit too pink for my blush journal, so I will ignore, I'll leave them in here for the time being. But just the fact that I see these things will help. Maybe let's look at some of the bigger items and put them in at the back. Oh, this must have been a little file folder digital from someone. Of course, it doesn't quite fit that way. So let's see if there are more of those. Maybe it's a one of. Well, okay, we'll just keep putting bigger things at the back. So what have we here? Well, a tag, obviously, that I have embellished. That looks like it might have, it started out as a, well, I said I wasn't going to describe everything. So let's stick to it. This is clearly the result of a master board that I cut up. This is a napkin. So these taller items, this is just a digital from somebody that I cut out. Now, was that ready to use? Oh, it looks like I added some ink around it. I guess that's debatable. Here's another napkin tag. Okay, what is this? Some digital postcards. And you know, like sometimes, you know, I guess it's in the eye of the beholder as to whether or not something is ready to use. I mean, I've obviously inked around them. You know, something like this would probably, I might include, you know, something like this just in the Happy Mail movement without doing anything additional to it. So maybe these guys are a little shorter. They should come towards the front. You can see that there's going to be an issue here with this. Ay, ay, ay. What can I, okay, I have some, maybe let's put this here just to sort of keep these guys from falling over. Okay, what else have I got? This is a digital tag, but boy, it's long. Maybe I should, I'll put this along the side in the hopes that it straighten out a bit. I'm saying that that's ready to go, or very close to it. Okay, this is, now back in the day, I didn't know what to do with photo paper. That was before I got my alcohol ink at an auction. So this, I've just added a tab to it, and this matte side could easily be a journaling card. I'm going, you know what, I'm going to reconsider. I'm going to put these two aside, and that will go into another area that needs final embellishing. So what have I got here? Looks like I was on a roll and I made a few of them. Oh, you know what? I think these I intended to glue down to a page and then just pull out as journaling spots. So these are ready to use. What have I got here? Oh, this was another idea that I got from somebody about just using atlas pages and adding some writing spots. Yeah, journaling spots in the middle. This is a pocket. Now, at one point, I had a bin for envelopes. I'm going to throw this in the envelope one for the time being because altered envelopes are kind of different from tags, obviously. Now, this could easily, maybe I should have, I'll make another pile for things like this because this could easily, I mean, it could be a journaling card, but it could also have a few little pages added to the center. Oh, here's another one of these guys. Okay. Tag. She said with a question mark. Now, I guess I did that. I folded this with my own two hands. Well, yeah, that's a card. All intents and purposes done. Oh, let's put aside purple things. Here's a little notepad. So I have another place for those, presumably. Tag. Tag. This is another one. These are masterboard ones. Aren't those beautiful? Purple. Maybe purple. Another envelope. Okay, where did I say? I was putting envelopes over there. This is another one of those foldy open things. Put that there. Tag. Oh, there seem to be a lot of these. Oh, it looks like I must have been on a roll. I made a bunch of these little notepads. So, you know, maybe something like this. It's not really that thick. Maybe that's something that goes into the, oh, you know what? I should have brought my, oh, that's purple. Maybe I should have brought my elastics here. I love this. Okay, so this is more, these are more like clusters. And I thought I had, I do have a drawer with clusters. It's just a plain old piece of paper. This is obviously something else I stamped with the intention of having a pullout. Oh, one time I was on a roll. This was using pinking shears, making these faux stamps. And sometimes I throw these just in. I should kind of group them together, see what I have. And you know what? It's both. Here's another cluster. So let's kind of do clusters all together. It's a wee bit scary at times to think, oh, I'm almost out of those. But on the other hand, sometimes it's very gratifying to think, hey, I'm almost out of those. So, you know, because I'm doing daily videos, get that cord out of the way, it, you know, I keep cranking out new stuff, so. Cluster. I guess those aren't really the right color for, okay, this is another one of those, just, I think I said that needed a little more to it. Okay, so clearly there are a lot of these things. Whoops, that's a cluster also, even though it's just a piece of ribbon attached to some paper. Holy, that's lousy sewing. Look at that. I caught it just by the skin of its teeth. That would need to be need a little repair there. This is another one of those folding open things. Hey, I probably have one of those in here. For that matter, I suppose these little file folders could also have, that might be a good way to use up some more scraps. Okay, let's see what these things are. So I've used a tea bag tag and string. Oh, I just added a little coffee dyed or tea dyed paper inside. So they, okay, tea bag. These guys, you know what? Excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to get my jar of elastics. Where I can put an elastic band around them, I will just, where I can do it without damaging something, I will. Boy, are these all so big or broken? Too small. It's like that porridge, too hot, too cold, just right. Or that bed, too soft, too hard. Okay, I think that's it for these. So I'll put them nearer the front. And it's like any other time we organize something. Whoops. We should force ourselves to only handle it once. So the fact that I made some side piles is not exactly good. I'm putting these tiniest things in the front. Oh, this was a freebie from Artie Mays. Oh, I must have been very intent on making these kinds of things. And do I ever use them? No. Why does it seem like it's doubled? Glued down accident. Oh, it opens up. Oh my goodness. And whatchamacallit? A little bit of sari attached to the paper clips. So I have a few of these. And of course it's all bee. Well, I guess these guys aren't bees, but if you squint, maybe they could look like bees. Let's put a little elastic around this as well. Now I might find some of these bins are double the height of the shallow ones. So I might find that if I have a whole bunch of teeny weeny things, the teeny weeny ones should be together in a lower bin. Now this, because it's not backed, is probably supposed to be a belly band, so we'll call that done. Put my purple stuff aside. Oh, and I've got this bunch of cards here, so what have I done here? Some well, okay, are they done? Well, these are all napkins. I would say they could almost go as they are. So we'll add a little elastic there. Okay, so I don't have that much space. I wonder if I can group these guys as well. I hope that if you see something that is ultra simple, like I've said, cardstock paper and pinking shears, just make a note. I find it's best not to rely on one's memory because most of us are suffering information overload and sensory overload, so it's too easy to forget things. And goodness knows everybody has journals that they can jot things down in, journals or notebooks of some sort. For many years, I was write it on the nearest scrap of paper person. Oh, I should, well, I'll put an elastic around these guys just because I'm going to have cascading piles here. But these will go in another bin. Well, maybe I should pull that in right now. This, what do I have this labeled as? Mini notebooks ready to use. Woohoo! Okay. These, oh, I just made them with, so they need decorating, so it's hardly ready to use. And it looks like it was maybe the first time ever, or one of the first times I ever had my little signature string appear on the outside. So I would say that these guys, incidentally, this was it's wedding stationery, and I can't remember if it was for replies or something. Anyway, these guys need to be decorated, so I will put them aside as well. Okay, what is this? Just some beautiful cardstock. Hey, this could go in my, or maybe could go in my blush thing. Did you see how that little snippet tried to jump into that bin? This is cute. This is fabric. What have we here? Little tiny notepads just with, you know, a little bit fancier paper at the top to cover the staples. I have been using things like this in some of the, oh my goodness. Did I make a whack of them or did I make a whack of those? Okay, oh, here's another one. Let's put that on the side. Okay, what is this? Just a little guy that needs to be decorated. Now here are, a bunch of these. This was a Pam at the Paper Outpost idea. These are cute and these are fabric. So I just hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot here by showing you all these things, and then when I finally get around to do a video on how to make them, you'll think to yourself, well, what's she doing? I've already seen that. I know how to do that. Okay, these are the little notebooks also. These are the cutest little things ever. So we'll group those together. Whoopsie. These are the cutest little things ever. So we'll group those together. Oh, and I've been itching to do something with little minis, like little tiny books. So watch for that. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside, and if we find anything else to add to it, we will. But now the bin is half full. You know, when you clean stuff up, it it makes a difference. Okay, oh, this this bin says envelopes. And I suppose that could mean the finished product is an envelope, or it could also mean that the starting piece was an envelope. I love this. Put it over here. Okay, I have a number of these. I have begun putting them into some of the Happy Mail, that's not the same, into the Happy Mail movement things. However, do you think I can remember how to make them? Oh, these guys should be with my envelopes. So for these, I just used 6x6 paper. And you can see I was on a roll making millions of these too. Looks like I made that as well. Okay, this might be all of these guys. So once I figure out how to do this, I'll do a video on it because these are cute. Okay, these are envelopes. Well, maybe let's try to do some of this. Envelopes made out of book pages. So now these are a bit on the tiny side for the Happy Mail movement, but they could be used in a journal with extras. Kids' books are great for something like that as well. Do you need an envelope with a dragon and a knight in shining armor? I just happen to have one. You know, there's something really gratifying about putting things in order. I guess if I find more, I'll add them. Oh, maybe I should put an elastic on. I guess if I knew anybody creative, I could ask them to make me some dividers. Oh, and look, some giant envelopes. I think those would be too big for the Happy Mail movement. It would be all envelope and not much. It would look empty in comparison. Now, are these not the cutest ever? I made those with my own little two hands. By the way, if you haven't, oh, I found another one of these. If you haven't heard about the Happy Mail movement, you should definitely look for that video. The introductory video that I did, or the one that Kim Newberg did announcing it. That would have been, I wonder, November maybe of last year. And there are, I haven't looked lately, but last thing I knew, there were about 9 participating channels. So that means that if you jump on the bandwagon, excuse me, you will, that's a little guy, you will be sending an envelope, a handmade envelope full of goodies, but not so heavy that you have to put an extra stamp on it, to participating channels. And the beauty of it is that you are guaranteed to receive an envelope in return that, excuse me, will come from those channels. And, you know, there's no limit to how often you do it. Okay, so this is an envelope. So these are a combination of napkin covered envelopes. I love these napkins. They're in one of my bundles. Napkin covered bundles, or what else? I don't think I have any. Okay, I need more elastics. Probably going to find out that they're all the wrong. Way too big. I didn't finish my thought. Napkin covered envelopes, or I don't know, maybe digital? Guess we'll see. Okay, so then these others are junk mail or packaging. These are the kind that become a flip. So let's see if I can group those. Oh, if you knew how I love this napkin. So this is essentially just a pouch. Maybe I'll put it along the side because it is a bit different. This is a gigantic. Oh, I know. I think I dyed that, and then I'll put it with the big ones, and then decorated it a bit. Okay, so maybe that's it for this style. And of course, we know that elastics are at best a temporary solution because they do lose their, you know, holding power and break. I wonder, that one seems like it could be curving them. It's a little looser fit. Okay. Window envelope, window envelope. Window envelope. Window. Okay, that's a pocket. What is this? Oh, you know what? These are some of my digitals. A masterboard, and of course this is before I had my new, and this is vintage wallpaper that I just love. What's her name? Tracy. Love Junk Journals. Tracy Fox did a video, this is probably 2 or 3 years ago, about how to print digitals on an envelope. That's just a plain old envelope. Oh, and this, I just put that on my Instagram today. So this isn't, oh, that's okay, that's probably, I think, a one of a kind. So anyway, so if you, I mean, it does take a little bit of fooling around and but it is nice. Now, of course, with borderless printing, I would hope that I could print that without that white edge showing. Okay, so this is another way of altering an envelope. This is a pocket. Oh, I have envelopes over here that I just put aside. That's vellum or something. Okay, what are these? They're kid-proof. Okay, so this is, so we'll start a little pile of those for ones that kind of wrap around. If they are intended to be glued down, okay, why am I scorning this one? It's the same as this, essentially. The back side is unfinished. It's got a window. Okay, that's a wraparound. It's a wraparound. Oh, and these, to say that these are finished is not accurate, because obviously they are not. They're just bases with some of the hard part done already. Maybe a bigger elastic. Oh, not that big. Will work now. Okay, what is this? Oh, wrap around, wrap around. These are just made out of people's digitals. A little bit of decorating done. Now are the actual envelope? Oh no, there's, see, they open up. That's a wraparound. These can go with these. Then I have these sorts of things that, you know, you think they're an envelope, but then when you open it up, so I can make a little pile of those. Okay, whoopsie. What is this? Just a honkin' big envelope that I tea-dyed. Another one. Now, really, those probably shouldn't even be in this bin. But it's one of those, you just make a decision, even if it's not perfect, so that you can move on. This is another one of those. These are just plain old envelopes. I probably had them there so that I could do a few more. Somebody had written on this. Oh, she must, I think this woman had receipts or something. Don't know what I intended there. Sometimes when you coffee dye, as you probably are aware, you end up sealing the envelope. Or the other thing that can happen is you getting it wet softens the glue, and all of a sudden nothing is holding the way it should. Tiny elastic around these guys. Put that in front. Okay, now what is going on here? So this is an envelope. I don't remember whose idea this was. But obviously I made a few of them, so let's keep them together. And I can hopefully reconstruct what was going on there. And do a tutorial or craft with me or something on it. small. Oh my God, that's a strong one. Okay, what do we have here? This is a commercially made one, I guess. Oh, pocket with a journaling card. Well, that's misfiled. Okay, so these are just, that's a different idea. I'll put these guys together. Oh, I need a bigger elastic. Why do I keep handling these? Can anyone tell me that? These are all the wraparound ones. These are not quite all the same, but I will put them together. That doesn't stretch far enough. My goodness, they're a bunch of tiny ones that are almost useless. Uh-oh. What is with these little itty bitty ones? I'm going to be out of elastics in no time. Luckily, I have 3 million paper clips, though. Okay, so for the time being, I will put this aside. And I'll get rid of some of these little guys. Okay. Oh, these guys were in there. I think I just stuck them in because misfiling is sort of... okay, so what these are things that I salvaged from, I guess, a planner or something. And they're cute, they're attractive. They all needed backing. So one day when I was watching YouTube or something, or TV, I was backing these things. So I'm pretty sure that one of my bins is labeled bases or something like that. So in other words, the basic idea is there. Something maybe has been covered or backed or whatever, but it's still isn't complete. Okay, very soon I'm going to be out of elastics. So for now, we'll just hold that together. And I will say I didn't do anything with these snippets. I do have a little wooden, what is this? Oh, another cute little envelope. Did I make it? I think so. Anyway, for now, I'll just put that there. And you see, that's how things, you know, it's fine, I guess, to, oh, what's this? It's fine to sort things, but if you don't have the time and or the discipline, dare I say, to maintain it, then it won't last. Okay, I'll just leave these here for now as I pick them up and realize, oh, that's no good. I'll throw it back in the, I'll throw it in the jar. Okay, so this is I guess, a coin envelope that I made. I'm surprised you only have one of those. Okay. What should we do next? Oh my goodness. What does this one say? Sorry, I'm just looking at some of these bins trying to decide what to bring in. Oh, this one maybe is pretty well complete, but man alive, is it also very full. Okay, this one says pockets and tucks, belly bands, bookmarks, and wraparounds. So let us see what I can show you there, or what I did rediscover there. Oh, don't tell me at one time I actually grouped some stuff. That's another good way to use a bag. Oh, I must have figured that this was black and white. Pocket. Belly band. Journaling. Okay, so these I've inked. Now what is going on here? Black and white, but why did I use that brown ink with that? So these things are not ready to use, but they have been sort of pre-sorted. So we'll leave well enough alone and excuse me. Just let that be for the time being. Oh, hey, purple stuff. Corner tuck. Corner, corner, corner. Corner, corner. Divider. Remember these from photo boxes? Masterboard tag, and I'd almost say that's more blue than purple, so let's get rid of that one. And we'll put this aside with wherever I put the other. Okay, it's over here. Okay, here's another bag. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, this all looks sort of like browns. Very neutral. So we'll leave that. What are these big things along the side? Actually, what I've done in the past was empty the bin and then start putting things back in. That might be better. Okay, so I'm putting the black and the brown bags back in here. At one point, I must have thought that was a very good thing because I backed it and I sewed around it and I added, see that purple could go there. Whatchamacallit, a journaling spot at the back. This one I'll put aside and see how it matches the blush one. Oh, these were obviously, okay, they're hard, but I didn't back them. I don't know why. These came off a calendar probably. Oh, that could have been a soft cover on a book. What's this? I should probably just put coffee. Oh, well, I could add this to this part. Sort of the brown stuff, the coffee dyed stuff. This is a contraption of some sort that I made fairly recently. I think I did a video on that. These are napkins that I cover, large oversized cards with probably with the intention, but it would be kind of, let me measure this. 8 by 5. Okay, I would say these probably have to be flips or something, because, you know, that's not how we open books in the Western world. So why would I not have just put the thing on the other side? One of life's unsolved mysteries, apparently. That is a journaling card. This is another prototype I should put aside. This didn't get it into a tree journal. Was it too big, or what the heck? What the heck? Okay. Journaling card. Mind you, these could also, what did I also, oh, they could also be pockets and tucks. Not sure about that. Okay, I guess we're thinking that, or I must have been thinking that those were pockets. These are atlas-covered little... Oh, they must have been some kind of ugly little cards that I covered up. So those probably should have a little notepad added to them. These are probably too long to be anything... Yeah, they're 9 inches tall, so... Anyway, I will put them near the back. Again, some of these things, okay, that's a belly band. Maybe I should be grouping it. I'm putting elastics around these things. I'm just, when I'm out of sight here, I'm just measuring 8.5. So I'm going to put some of these longer things together. Again, you know, this is not exactly ready to use. I did more of these dividers apparently, so why don't I clip those together? Oh. Did I have one of these in the other bin? A lot of these belly band / bookmark things look like they're not exactly ready to go. Anyway, I'll make a little pile off to the side here. Oh, I obviously used gesso on that. Napkin. Oh, I know what it was. I started covering a bunch of packaging and some of the stuff underneath. Okay, sassy and chic. Now that's probably not a bad message, but do we want to know that it was... Oh, it was a contour brush. Probably the ones I use for my ink. So I had 1 million of those. Isn't that gorgeous? That must have been a box of some kind. Okay, when I get the rest of these all pulled together, I'll put an elastic around them. Obviously, I use that with atlas pages as well. Oh, I have lots of these because I love them so much. And I took apart something. Oh, yeah, I think my intention there was to use them as pockets. And you know, if a person... Oh, and I love this. More napkin. I guess I should put these shorter guys together. Are these all fairly tall? Sorry, I'm forgetting that you're here. Because I'm in the zone, baby. I'm in the zone. Anyway, this packaging, I can't even remember what was in there. Orchard and Vine, but look at brides. Some of these things are very skinny, but sometimes. Remember when there was that little phase for really skinny little pockets? More of that packaging. Okay, let's get an elastic around this, and then my second hand will be free to use as well. I'd better add these guys to it. Put them further back. I'll keep these dividers together. That's not big. That's okay. I'll show you those in a second. Let's make a little more room here. Oh, these are altered cards. They're trivia cards from a game. So they've been decorated. So they could be, I need to put my small stuff together, I think. So I'll just leave that there for the time being. This is an envelope, so it should be elsewhere. You can see I did a lot of sewing in my day too. Okay, these are like, well, I guess they're essentially like coin envelopes. So why aren't they with the envelopes? I'll add that. I'm making a sub pile. Oh, that's an envelope too. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, these are over a page, like hangovers, sort of. What? Oh, more long and short things. Belly bands, bookmarks. Oh, did you guys see this video? Are those not the best? Might be risky putting an elastic. Oh. Okay, so those are beautiful. Oh, you know what these are? I almost told you the wrong thing. This is wallpaper. I thought they were pouches, but they're just, I guess, pockets. So they probably should be grouped together. Oh, I got more tall stuff. Wallpaper should be grouped together. Am I almost out of elastics, or are they under here? That's probably it for any kind of... Okay, we're going to call, well, I guess these, it feels so thick. These could be journaling cards, corner tucks, pockets. That's pocket. That's who knows what. Oh, I guess I must have been using these plant cards at one time. So, okay, this all matches. These are pockets that I've added some pockets. Card. Oh, this was this is the back side of some kind of a board game where you had that gigantic money. I mean like $1 million bills. So if I don't have any elastic, how am I going to hold this together? Well, maybe I can stretch this one. Another thing I can do after the video is just bring in a few more Ziploc bags. Oh, that could probably go in the blush thingamajig. Purple. That is, we used to go to, used to be a trade show for the craft industry every June in Calgary, and we used to go to it, my mother and I. This, I think I thrifted those, what do you call them, die cuts. So, you know, you can only handle them so many times before they start getting damaged. So, you're never too old to try something new. What, pray tell, is this? Oh, okay, that's like that other thing. So pocket, and the reason I know it is I punched out, oh, I guess I intended this to be a pocket as well. I punched out a notch there. This is just, you know, masterboard, wrapping paper. This is some funky scrapbooking paper. Corner tuck. What was this? Oh, I think this was nice little note paper or something. And I must have glued it onto some neutral cardstock. Napkin. Oh, not a pocket. That's just how far from the edge my stitching was. Again, a bunch of these things need some completion. But if, you know, again, that's a value judgment. Some of this is just plain old beautiful. Did I glue that on? I must have glued that on, but I never finished it. Corner. This is, you can just tell this is really old wallpaper. Not wallpaper, gift wrap. This is out of some sort of a book. Oh, more of this. I must have had a plan in mind for this retro-y paper. I'll keep it together. That's another one of those notice cards. Okay, that's that. And, you know, the impulse is to, well, I think the impulse when you're left-handed or right-handed is to make everything go the same direction. But of course, you have to kind of sometimes force yourself to remember that, you know, you need to put some stuff on the other side as well. I think I'll just put these little teeny-weeny guys over here for the time being. They're just little things that maybe these will stay with this. Little things that I just zigzagged on. That obviously needs, we can't even call that a base really, because it's so plain. This was just a beautiful little image off a book. tuck that in for a little protection. These things are different. This is still part of that beautiful packaging. Okay, what else have I got here? I've got this big card. Probably not going to fit in with anything. This is another wrapping paper doohickey. And then presumably when I pull these things out to use them, I would look through the whole pile and find anything that matches, because, you know, sometimes you want repeating elements in your journal. Another little guy. I'll show you these in a second. They are different. Little guy. Tag. Every time I catch one of those loose threads, maybe I have to use a bigger elastic and just double it. Again, you don't want it so tight that you start, you know, curving them out. Okay, so these things are obviously, this must have been packaging, trifold. And I've added some digitals, and reinforced the fold with, or decorated the fold with washi tape. So I will put these guys together. Then these are all the same. So some of them I use some stationery. So stationery. And map pages. So essentially it opens up like so. It's a trifold and you've got 3 pockets. And of course you can add journaling space or something at the back. I don't know that any of these have been fully decorated, but let's put an elastic around them and hold them all together. So I think what I might end up doing, now that I've seen how much work remains with some of these things, is just occasionally do a video of, you know, just decorating. I mean, that for most of us, that is kind of the fun part anyway. I guess I can just tuck these in with somebody else here because they're essentially the same. They are, you know, intended as a side tuck or a pocket, depending on their orientation. Then these guys are all teeny weenies. Or not teeny weenies, but they're short. And if you can hear that scrabbly sound, that's Gertie. She's here at the farm while her mama went to Mexico. You know, it's one of those things. I mean, this was unheard of when I was turning 40. But now it seems that when people are turning, I think usually 40 is the big day. So a friend of hers is turning 40. So, of course, people go and celebrate. Another thing that is different than back in the day, and I've spoken about this before, are stagettes and stag parties in, you know, Vegas or wherever. So I guess renting the little hall, the community hall, is not a thing anymore. So anyway, Gertie's here. Okay, I'm going to put Oh, my tag says nearly done. Just do it. Look at that. Trying to be inspirational. So I should leave that side facing out. Okay. How long have we been at this anyway? Oh my goodness, over an hour. Okay, I'm stopping here because you guys have seen far too much already. And clearly there is no end in sight. There is no end in sight, people. So I'm going to keep going. The time flew by. I feel like I was fairly productive, although I didn't create a single thing. Yeah, I'm going to keep working at this, and as I discover things that maybe just need embellishing, as I've said, we'll make it our business to do that. Okay, thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.